Hello, and welcome to Book 4, Chapter 12 of You Should Be Reading. This week, I'd like to talk to you about Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. Now, this is a hardcover book, and I don't usually get hardcover books. I don't usually go for books like this. This is the sort of book I'd seen on the shelves for quite a few months, and I'd never even thought about picking it up because I'd just seen it, and I'm like, whatever. It the cover art didn't really grab me in terms of what the subject matter was about. Fangirl, okay, I know what fangirl is, like a fanboy, but I just didn't really register in my brain that I should be interested in this until a friend of mine, the same one that told me about Headlander, in fact, uh, she told me that I should check it out, and she kind of laid out the summary for me. And that's when I'm like, okay, this might be interesting. So what it's about is you got this wonderful lady here, Cather. Uh, she is a twin. She has a twin sister called Ren, and they kind of make the joke in here that her mother only thought they were having one, and they were going to call it Catherine. So when she had two girls, she just split the name, and it's Cather Ren. Kind of interesting. But it's about her and the fact that she's just starting in college. She's very anxious. Um, she doesn't usually do a lot of socializing. She tends to write fan fiction a lot. And as somebody who has written fan fiction in the past, and somebody who's read fan fiction in the past, uh, that particular bit kind of appealed to me. I'm like, that's interesting. And she writes about, it's basically a Harry Potter analogy, um, the Simon Snow series. She writes fan fiction about that. Specifically, she writes fan fiction about the main character Simon and his rival, some vampire guy named Baz. Um, I forget his full name, but she writes fan fiction pairing the two of them in love stories. So it's basically gay slash fan fiction, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Uh, and it's the sort of thing I'm like thinking about the entire concept. 10 years ago, I wouldn't have read anything like this. 15 years ago, I wouldn't even have conceived of anything like this. Uh, but the fact that it has been written and that it's done so well and that it's such a great story is just simply phenomenal. Uh, so I want to get the word out there that if you haven't read Fangirl, you should. And it explores her first year of college, Cather's, and the fact that she has a new roommate that's not her twin sister. Her dad is a little bit, I believe, bipolar, possibly manic depressive. Uh, so there's some trouble in that there. Her sister has a bit of an addictive personality. Um, there's some drama there. Her roommate and her roommate's friend, who's pictured here, there's sort of a bit of a love interest going on there that starts to bloom. That causes some drama. So there's a fair bit of drama kicking around in this, but it's all extremely realistic drama. It never for once, at least to me, hits the point of melodrama where I was like, come on. No, it's all believable, and that's what loves me. And as Cather is somebody who is dealing with anxiety and possibly other issues, and as someone myself who can be anxious about some things and doesn't really do a lot, I don't do as much socializing as some people might think I should, and because I'm a bit of an introvert and other people tend to exhaust me if I'm around them a lot. Especially big crowds and such. As somebody who has similar issues to Cather, I found this book amazing and wonderful just because that I could put myself in her position, so to speak. So thank you so much, Rainbow Roll, for doing that. Um, I'm completely fanboying about Fangirl because it's an amazing book. And this is the collector's edition that has Some really spiffy artwork on the inside covers, if you can see there, um, as well as just this beautiful. Where is it here? I passed it by. You can see it here. You got a beautiful ribbon bookmark included in with the book. It's attached, so you'll never lose your place, and you don't have to worry about losing a bookmark either. It's it's just great. And she even did a sequel novel, sort of, that is basically the fanfic that she's writing in this. So that's kind of interesting too. I don't know if I'll check out Carry On. I might. I'm thinking about checking out some other of Rainbow Rowell's work. Um, but yeah, this is an amazing little book. If you haven't checked it out yet, I highly recommend it. Especially if you like slice of life type stories where it's dealing with the real world and real world drama and so on and so forth, and a bit of a love story. That's what this is. Um, so if you like those kind of things, I think you'll like Fangirl. I didn't think it was going to be up my alley, but it turned out to be quite up my alley, and I'm glad for that. Um, so yes, until next time, if you like what I'm doing, please give that like button a tap. Give that subscribe button a tap as well if you haven't already, so you can be kept apprised when I do new videos. Usually try to get at least one video out a week, if not more. Um, I've been doing pretty good on keeping with a few videos every week, so good on me. And throw a comment in the comment section. Have you read Rainbow Rowell, Fangirl? Have you read anything else by her? What did you think of them? What would you suggest would be a good one to start with, other than after Fangirl? Um, so please do all that. I'd love to get a discussion going. And until next time, remember, you should be reading Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. And I'll see you next time.